So, Dan, this is a little bit of a different situation because some of the locals look like they're going to cooperate with the Bureau.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You know, Lawrence, we appreciate cooperation, and it's fantastic. You're always going to get a better result when you've got a willing partner. However, you know, we don't work for the locals. We work for the American people. It's the FBI. We're not the local police department. They all do wonderful work. I was a local police officer, but you know, we're the FBI, and we work for the American people. I'll say this, the president early on with regards to this crush and violent crime, whether it's in San Francisco, Chicago, any other major city, early on, this is kind of the untold story of this op. I get appointed, announced in February, come in March, cash is there a little bit earlier. President brings us in early, and in essence, this is kind of the behind the scenes, guys. He says to us, you know, listen, I'm a builder. I'm in a lot of these big cities. He has just zero tolerance for violent crime. He just does. He drives around Washington, D.C. on these OTRs, off-the-record movements. He sees homelessness, crime. He can't stand it. He says, what do we got to do to fix this? And we basically lay out a bunch of things, and his answer is very simple. President's like, go get them, boys. Go get them. That was it. Like, you do what you have to do. So we got in there, Cash and I, and we brought in the best SACs, special agents in charge across the country, guys who had forgotten more about crime and enforcing it than most people ever know. They've done this their whole lives. One of them we pulled in from Phoenix. He had an amazing job out there. We said, hey, his name's Joe. I said, Joe, you tell me what we need to do to go get these demon savages off the street. Tell me what we need to do. We brought in a violent crime roundtable of the best crim agents in the country. We figured out a battle plan, how to kind of water balloon. You know, when you squeeze a water balloon, you get a bulge. How do we bulge agents here and then bulge agents there? And we cleaned up at the president's direction, the director and I, with the SACs and the agents in the field. We water ballooned around the country and made, get a load of this, guys. This is going to trip you out. 28,000 violent crime arrests in 2025, and the year's not even over. You say, oh, well, what does that mean? Put it in comparison. Prior 3-4 years, the FBI under prior leadership had averaged about 15,000, 16,000. We're at 28,000. 28,000. We're not even done with the year. We haven't even hit Thanksgiving or Christmas yet. Shows you when you get a president, an attorney general, a deputy attorney general, and an FBI leadership team that lets the FBI do FBI work instead of getting into other nonsense in the past. Look what happens. Your cities get cleaner.
Dan, the governor's going to push back on this. He's already writing this on X. Fact check. Nobody wants you here. You will ruin one of America's greatest cities. He used to be the mayor of San Francisco. Obviously, now he's the governor. What are you going to do if he says you can't come in here?
Well, we don't answer to the governor of California. We answer to the president, the American people, the attorney general, and the deputy attorney general. That's the chain of command. Listen, I'm not going to get into a match. You know, I was going to say something different, but got to control my queen's mouth on the air with Gavin Newsom. But when he says this comment, what is that? Nobody wants you here.
Yeah.
Really, ask the 67-year-old woman living in a drug-ridden area of L.A. or San Francisco or what else, who's had some guy slinging crack on the corner for 10 years now, harassing her grandkids. Go ask her if she wants us and the FBI, the U.S. Marshals and the DEA, and all the operations of the federal government in there to clean up the city. Go ask her. Go find her. I promise. There's not a limited sample size of people. That's kind of a BS remark. The people do want us there. I can tell you, I live in D.C. now. Obviously, the headquarters is right down the block from your D.C. studio here. I'm going there afterwards. I was out this weekend on the Washington Mall. Got to touch some grass, get some sun once in a while. You know, it was Sunday. And I saw about 10 or 15 National Guard folks. I'm telling you, all right, granted, it's just my single subject designed for that day. I saw at least in that half hour I was there, 10, 15 people thank them for being there. So don't believe the hype. D.C., this is one of those cities where people are looking for safety, too.